Hi everyone, it's just Mark from Mortgage Pathways. I've had a lot of my builders, a lot of my estate agents and a lot of my clients calling us over the last 24 hours just asking more about payment holidays, how do things work. So I just thought I'd give you a little bit of a rundown so you know what you're doing. Mortgage holidays aren't new. They've been around for a very long time. You've always been able to use them. And we usually ask people not to use them unless they have to. So times when we do tend to use them is things like where people are on maternity, where they're going to be off work for 9 months and they need to reduce the payments. Usually that sort of thing works quite well then. Obviously in the current environment we find ourselves, things are it's changing on an hourly basis. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen. However, the Bank of England, the government, they're all stepping in and trying to help as much as they can. So from the point of view of payment holidays, it's not a free month. I've had a number of text messages from clients asking, I may as well just take this because it's a free month or two. It's not. What essentially happens is the monthly mortgage payment will be added into the mortgage. So you increase the debt and over a longer period of time you'll eventually pay it back. As long as if you agree with the lender, it shouldn't affect your credit file. Again, I've had a few people just email us and say, I just cancel my direct debit. If you cancel your direct debit, it will affect your credit file because it's going to show that you haven't met the contractual payments on the mortgage. Therefore, if you call the lender and just explain that you would like a payment holiday, then they should just roll it up into the mortgage. I'll be very surprised if there's too many questions asked. My first client who texted me the other day when this happened, I actually asked for feedback. He started asking how it was. I gave him his account number, the lender's telephone number. He called them direct. Obviously, it took about an hour and a half to get through. The person he spoke to, he was literally said, we'll give you your details and we'll call you back. The banks are really, really busy at the moment, so I understand why that happened. But later that day he texted me and he said, Mark, I've got a 350 grand mortgage. I think it was set over, I think it's 30 years, but I'd have to check that. But he said I've taken payment holidays for 2 months and his mortgage payments jumped up by a fiver. So it's not made any dramatic difference to his payments, but it's just allowing him for the next 2 months a little bit of breathing space. And the more of these sort of things that start happening, I think people will relax a little bit more from the finance side of things, because in all fairness, I do think the Bank of England and the government are doing everything they can to try and make this as easy as possible for us. Again, I've had a number of clients asking, should I take the payment holiday? I personally would say don't take them unless you have to, or at least just save them until you need them. There is so many people like us now working from home. I'm still working. Nothing's changed other than my location. If there is no reason for you to take a payment holiday, don't. You will pay more interest over the long term because you've missed some payment. Not missed, you've added more into the debt. So unless there's a reason, your income's dropping, you're struggling to make the payments, don't take a payment holiday would be my honest opinion. Just continue to make the payments as normal. We don't know how this is all going to react and play out. So for me, I would personally say just keep making the payments unless you had to. And then, as I say, the banks are trying to be very accommodating. I understand that they are, of what I've read so far, they're apparently going to be up to 3-month payment holidays, but I'm probably guessing that'll be up to each individual lender. And again, if this goes on more long term than short term, I've got no doubt that the Bank of England will be stepping in and trying to help us again, if for whatever reason it is more long term. By all means, look, we are here. I know I've got plenty of clients on Facebook. If for whatever reason you want to get in touch with us and you want to talk through your circumstances, my whole team is here for you. We're all working from home. We're all wanting to try and help. You can imagine the phones have gone mental over the last few days and emails have gone mad. But if you need us, honestly, reach out to us and we'll try and help you. Any questions, just give her a shout, okay? Thanks a lot.